time. Okay, anyways. So I decided to do Mohenjo-Daro, and so for each one of the things I thought of like different things that go with Mohenjo-Daro that we could put into our game. So like for the flower tiles, you normally like get a point from it because it's good for you. So for that, we're gonna use the Wisdom Warriors cards because the Wisdom Warriors will like help you through your way. And so the Lost Bee cards, those give you 2 points. So for that, we're gonna do You Found a New Innovation because during that time, like many innovations were made. And then for the pesticides, you got hurt, so you had to take rest. Because for the pesticides, you lose a turn, so you have to rest that one day. And then for the predator, you got a disease, and then like if you get 1 to 3, like you roll 1 to 3, you die from the disease. 4 to 6, you survive the disease. And then the mite is heat exhaustion. And then, so then to like get rid of that, the pastry tile is the Great Bath. The Great Bath in Mohenjo-Daro. You go into that and it cools you down. And then, yeah. And then the SWAT one, we never like got that in our game, but in that what happens is you pick up a movement card and show it to everyone, and then you have to go in that direction 6 spaces no matter what. So for that, it's that you took the wrong path to, yeah, you just took the wrong path, so you had to go that way. And then for the Einstein tiles, so that's like you have to choose from the Einstein deck, and that will be consisted of the 4 Vedas. So then you use those, like, so those cards help you in different ways. So then the 4 Vedas will like give you 4 things that will help you. And then the hive will be the Saraswati River, because that's where Mohenjo-Daro was settled. Yeah.
The M4.
It's one of the, it's like a really popular tourist attraction, and that's because the founder of the Rothor dynasty, I think that's how you say it, like built it in Jodhpur. So it's like known for like being really lavish and like fighting a lot of battles, which I thought would be perfect for the game because like the warriors would be defending it, and there's 7 gates. So I know there's 6 sides to the hexagon thing, but I feel like
It's okay.
So yeah, it's really also famous for its paved roads, which I think is like interesting because you said you wanted like the tiles, like the different terrains to be like different kinds of roads. So I think that's good. Yeah, there's like very specific like weapons that were used to like attack this particular fort. So I think like you could use that in some way. And then I had disease for like my mite, and my pastry was like a hospital. It has a very like I feel like it's like super popular, but it's also like not at the same time. And I think it would be really. No, right.
It was popular and
You have to go up, so just share.
No, I just feel like it has like a very like iconic like culture. So I feel like the game.
Can you turn and show the picture of it?
Alright. This is a picture. It's like I don't know how to make it bigger.
That's okay.
What do you say?
Can everyone see the fort?
Wait, tell your screen up.
Huh?
Yeah, so you don't have to. Can you see the picture? Huh? Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot more than that. Kind of forgot it, but I think it's perfect for the game.
Okay. Good.
So that's all.
Now you don't just look at me. Look at everybody.
Okay.
Force move.
Okay, guys.
So I did the Vijayanagara Empire, and this is in the south part of India. It was founded in around the 1300s. So for the hive part, like in the middle, the palace would be
Can you turn up the
replacing.
brightness?
Okay, yeah, one sec. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so the palace would be replacing the hive.
Your battery's running low.
And then for the temples, these would replace the territories. So these all have very different structures. So this is the Dhareshwar temple, the Viru Shaka temple, and the Hazara Rama. And these are all the 3 different temples of the empire. And the geographic features replaces the letters, so this is where the directions are. So there's the Krishna River, the Tungabhadra River, the Andhra Pradesh border, the Kamalapura, and this is a key town in the empire, and then the Ganges River and the Hindu Kush Mountains. And then the other important parts.
So you're talking about the directions?
Yeah,
And
so
there
like
could be rivers and the mountains?
yeah, so instead of like A5, you would use the geographic features and then
Okay.
the number of steps. And then the other important parts, the flower would be replaced by seized wealth, like you're seizing the enemy's wealth. The lost bee is like when you rescue another soldier or another part of your army. The predator would be outside invaders. The mites would be disease.
What are your flowers, by the way?
Seized wealth from the enemy.
Oh,
So you would seize the enemy's wealth,
okay.
and you would get points like that. And pesticides would be the village captured by the enemy. The pastry would be seized weapons.
Just repeat it from the lost bee as to what you
Okay,
did.
yeah. So the lost bee is the rescued soldiers.
Okay,
The predators are the invaders.
okay.
The mites are disease. The pesticides are the village captured by the enemy. The pastry is the seized weapons from the enemy. And the SWAT is the injured soldier. So I kind of forgot about the Einstein cards, but for one of them, like for this injured soldier, you could have like a doctor, and that would like help the soldier.
Okay. So the Einstein card could be the healers and doctors?
Yeah. And then for mites, you could get like an anecdote or like,
Huh? Okay, one special, so the mites are very few. Okay.
yeah. Okay, that's it.
Like her now,
It was
you wanna-
ruled
you
by-
wanna increase your
I
volume?
I hear you.
It was ruled by Emperor Harsha from the capital Kanauj. Okay. And then
Okay.
it existed from 606 to 647 CE, and it covered North India. So I chose this because like the location was like, you know, it's like ideal because you can go south and north as well, like north of India. So you can go to like, you know, like, yeah, and like he also made like contact with China and stuff. So I was thinking that like the predators would be the invaders, mostly from China because that's where his enemies were, but also from Nepal and Tibet. And then the mite, like Sanya, would be a foreign disease, and then the hospital would be the pastry card because the location of the pastry card once set cannot be moved around. So the hospital.
What would pastry card be?
Hospital.
The hospital,
A hospital.
or like a medical center, or
Okay.
something like that, yeah, during the war.
Okay.
So a lost bee would be like a retrieved like prisoner of war, and then
Are you trying to look at Scamper?
no.
One more charging.
Yeah. So then the flower would be like seized land, cause like we're expanding our borders kind of thing, and then yeah, that's like weird. Okay. For territory, since it's like northern India, I was thinking we can do Himalayas as one of them.
Yes, one of them is the Chola Empire, which is in southern India. That was started by King Rajaraja Chola I. He was known for his central temple, which was, I think, dedicated to the goddess of fertility. That was like really prominent at that time. So that would be the hive, because a lot of things are like,
His palace, right?
no, the temple.
Oh, the temple. Okay.
Yeah. So the palm tree and forest, I did not get up to that yet, but like the lost bee could be like merchants because like they're traveling to different areas. The predators could be different countries surrounding or kingdoms surrounding the Chola Empire because it was like very central, like southern India was known to have many competing regional kingdoms. So that could be the predator cards. The might would be, I think, an invasion or like disease, like that was like the main thing that went on at that time in a hospital, or like war would be the pastry card. And flowers would be the standardized coinage that you used at that time, which was gold, to exchange materials and get new things. I'm not sure for the other ones, but then the other idea I had was Harappa. I know Danya did the Indus Valley civilization, but this is another city in it. So Harappa was known to have like a grid-like pattern, which makes sense in this game because of the movements. So it would like look organized. And the palm tree and forest in this case could be the 3 different building materials that they used, which were bricks, limestone, and steatite. The flowers could be the different crops that were really popular then, and that's how they made their living off of farming, which was like wheat, barley, and other crops like that. The lost bee could again be a merchant because merchants they traveled outside of the civilization. The predators could be like
Could be diseases.
disease again.
Yeah.
Like there's
That's a common thing.
Yeah,
People had
disease
It's a
and
real
didn't have
yeah.
didn't live that long because of all of this. I mean, you could have things like
Wait,
snake bite.
Sanjana, can you repeat the pastry card for the Raja Chola thingy?
Okay, wait.
I didn't hear the lost beat.
No,
Was it
lost
any-
bee or
any-
disease.
No, I
It's just
did.
disease.
Oh, okay.
And then in
No,
the
the pastry
pastry
I was
card.
paying attention.
Pastry card's a
Palm tree
hospital.
forest was like
I thought you said
brick,
wood.
lime, whatever.
Yeah,
like
that's what I
the 3
thought.
different
No,
things.
ward.
Yeah, did you say
Oh, did I say that?
Oh, ward.
Remember listening.
Like a ward.
Everyone knew that.
Ward of
Yeah,
ward?
do you know what a ward?
Like a ward?
I don't even know what it is.
W-A-R-D.
A ward.
Do you know
I think I meant the predator was like the different invasions from different.
Okay.
So for the Chola kingdom, I meant for the predator was like different invasions by the different regional kingdoms. And then the mite is disease, and the pastry card is the hospital. And
This is for the other one.
yeah, and then Harappa is the, what I said right now.
You said lost bee was merchants, predators
Yeah.
was disease, and mite was? I didn't hear.
Might was
Snake bite, maybe?
Sure.
Okay.
What else do we have? Okay.
I think it was flour in this one. No, I said that. That
Different
was
crops, you said crops.
Yeah. Did I miss anything? Pesticide?
I think the,
Which one are they talking about?
Einstein
Mohenjo?
This is
Harappa.
Einstein cards. I think the new engineering
I meant the
innovations.
English one.
they're in this.
That could like,
Oh,
No,
Harappa was also part of the Indus event.
Oh, okay.
they could be like the different,
She's Mohenjo and she's.
they made many like bronze, copper, pottery products. Like those could be like the Einstein cards, like different engineering innovations that they made at that time. Like you could just like attach something to that, like based on the type of material or type of item that they use, like that could help.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready.
I did this to write in that seat, so it's not really anything good, but I came up that, but like, the hive could be a battlefield, like, and then the locations on the card would be like the Ganga River, a forest, and a castle.
Okay.
So the might could be that you're severely injured.
Wait, Ganga River is what now? Those
Like,
the 3 different territories?
Yeah,
Ganga River and
like
what?
pond, tree, and forest
Would be
Yeah.
what?
would be like the
Mine's fine,
location.
not
So the
bad.
Ganga River, a forest, and a castle.
Okay.
So, I also came up with that the might is that you're severely injured, but you're still fighting. So you would, like, if you had a might, you wouldn't move the amount of spaces, you would be reduced by 1 space. So that's with the severely injured, but you're still fighting.
Okay.
The pesticide is that you contracted a disease. A predator is an enemy invades your territory.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but the pastry is a medicine area. I didn't really come up with anything for a SWAT
Yeah, it's
because
all the
hospitals.
Oh yeah, there's a hospital.
An
Yeah.
infirmary.
I mean,
A medicine area.
A pharmacy?
A
no,
ward?
there's no
so
pharmacies in
many-
ancient India. That's why I said like a
An
medicine
infirmary,
area.
yeah.
What about a
So
ward?
I didn't really know what
Infirmary.
yeah. So I didn't really know
That
what a
one too.
SWAT was. So I just didn't put anything down for that.
Okay. The pesticide, disease, and predator is the what?
The
The enemy,
The pesticide is you contracted a disease. The predator is that an enemy invades your territory.
okay, invaders, okay.
Um,
Okay.
a lost bee is that you helped fellow allies.
So lost bees are allies.
Yeah. A flower is that you defend your territory successfully.
No, what are flowers?
Oh, what?
Well, flowers are territories you got? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like you defend your own territory.
No, territory is defended successfully.
Yeah.
Oh, it's defended successfully.
Yeah.
Damn.
Territories.
Game changer. She won, guys. I
Defended
don't lose.
Well, we're gonna choose ourselves.
successfully.
Hey, we're the
Okay.
judge. We're presenting.
I didn't really come up with anything for Einstein because
Okay.
I also forgot what that was.
Well, if you go back in time, there was this company called the British East India Company, and they tried to monopolize on India. India was like, hell no. So then the British was like, all right, now I want to rule over you. And then that was like the British Raj, which was from like 1850s to like 1947, and during that time, it is a lot like the bee game.
Alright, so the three modes of transportation in the bee game are the pond, tree, and forest. So the pond will be a river, the tree will be a road, and the forest will be a bridge. Right,
So
you
the
just use
pond
those-
will be a river,
Mhm.
the tree will be a road, and the forest would be?
Bridge. Alright,
Forest
you can
would be a bridge.
So in the game you can score points with flowers and lost bees. So a flower in this case represents
Okay, so like Gandhi said like a lot of things during the time. So like a flower would be, you know, to gain points would be like good morals, right? So if you have the chip that says turn your left cheek when they hit your right cheek, that's a good moral. So you get a point for that. That's one of the flowers. And you can have like, we can find like 2 other good morals that Gandhi lived by.
So flower is Gandhi's moral.
An
Yeah,
eye for an eye.
Or
will make a
Gandhi's
whole
saying.
lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so
Okay.
then you get hurt from pesticides, which is like the bullets in the Sepoy Rebellion, right? They had like, they were made out of pork. You had to bite it off
Oh,
to
like
open.
beef and pork?
Yeah, it had pork and beef, and Hindus can't eat beef.
Okay.
Muslims can't eat pork, so everyone hated them, right? They hated the British.
So
So
it's
the
like- so it's like
pesticide is
pesticide, yeah.
pork and beef.
Yeah.
yeah, so it would be like bullets from the Sepoy Rebellion that they were forced to eat and go against their religion.
Okay.
And then the predator would be Jallianwala, which was a massacre in India where a bunch of people were like trapped. This one general took a bunch of tanks in this closed off area. I know, it's really good.
No, it's bad.
This is so bad.
She can't say what she's saying. Ah!
Alright, and then so like, at Jallianwala, the guy trapped them in this little place, and he just opened fire on all those Indians and Muslims and everyone, Hindus and everything. And so, and then basically half the people had to jump into a well and die in that well rather than get shot and bleed to death. And then there's the might,
Which is Simon,
the
because
General Simon, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Go away, Simon," right?
Like that was like the thing of the like go away Simon, because like Simon kept on invading on like all the territory. So might would be like, because Simon stays in one area, right? You want to get rid of might, so you want to get rid of Simon. So like go away Simon.
Right, and then
Of course.
and then Einstein is Gandhi,
Yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
Oh, and then pastry, we don't have that.
Yeah.
Wait, Adi,
It's
come
a
here.
call.
Let's
Pastry
go.
will be no. If it's Simon, then like
I didn't even hear anything.
Pastry is the
So
Indian
what is the
flag.
hive?
Oh, and then the
And
hive.
what's the lost bee?
The hive is New Delhi, and we lost bee was a
No, Adi,
yeah, civilian.
say
You
this.
find
Civilian, yeah.
you find a civilian who was like when he did a salt march, he was lost, but you find
Yeah.
him and you come back.
So lost bee are civilians and the hive is New Delhi.
yeah.
Yes.
Hive.
And then our pastry is this like salt. What you said?
Yeah.
No. The
What's your
flag.
pastry?
The Indian flag.
The Indian flag.
Right, they get a sense of pride,
Independence.
and nationalism when they see the flag, so then they're able to shake off the might or Simon.
Shake it off.
Apparently just whispered
Be
to me
scampered, pampered, and drop the mic.
You're the ones who look so proud right now.
Yeah.
No, but also we had to do ancient empire.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
we
no,
couldn't
this
do
is
any
we actually
of
have
this
a
stuff.
wait. What do we have a SWAT
Like this
too?
is like
Yeah, that
So
was
the
weird.
British,
There's so much
the
more
British Raj,
information.
they made a bunch of promises to the Indians, like they would get self-determination,
If
and they would be able to
fought
like
World War
get more, like they would be able to rule themselves more, as long as they helped the British in World War II. So
Yeah.
the Indians sent a bunch of people off to one of the world wars, right?
There's
World
two
War
of
Yes, it
them,
was
buddy.
two.
It
One.
was no.
It was
All
two.
right, it doesn't matter. So this Indians sent a bunch of themselves off to die in World War II just to help the British and get more self-determination. But then they didn't get more self-determination, and the British just taxed them to pay for the war. So that's a SWAT.
Drop the
What
mic.
is that? Okay, this I was like, okay.
Escape!
Can we
Drop
go
the
now?
mic.
Wait.
I know.
Okay, explain the SWOT in like 6 words, write it crisply.
But you guys are doing ancient
Broken
empire.
promises in the World War. 6
Yeah.
words.
But I don't understand how that has.
Very good, Reggie.
Okay, so the British said they would give the Indians more self-determination if they helped them in the World War II, right? The Indians helped them, but then the British didn't give them more
Oh, so it
rights.
was wrong way. Okay.
Yeah, so broken promises.
Okay.
There we go.
I have a question.
You still want to go to your next question?
I have a question.
Go away, Simon! Go away!
Tanya has a question.
So your 3
Broken
modes of
promises in the
transportation
World War.
were like 2 of them. One of them was a river, and the other one was a bridge.
Yeah.
So like, how many bodies of water are there that like you're gonna have a river and then a bridge?
Well, there's the Ganges, there's the other one, there's like a bunch of rivers in
The
India.
Indus
But there's so
River.
much more land. So why would you only have
So
like?
from
No, no,
this
no, no.
bank to that bank,
Okay,
you take
it's
the
like
river bridge and go.
Stop being salty. Ours is very.
They have a river, so like for like.
Yeah,
you know,
river
shipping
can be
stuff.
like the
Well,
least
yeah.
amount of pile, and then
And then-
road is like the most
Yeah.
convenient to use. So that's
And then
then
that's the
bridge is
more
the
chips, and then
middle
bridge
one.
is the middle.
it's not really terrain.